We just got back from Alberta. 2 weeks, family trip. And it was an experimental trip because I was on my chemo pill for half of it. And, I had my ups and downs. At one point, Alan thought he would just seatbelt me right onto the toilet in the motorhome because that's where I was spending my time. That and sleeping. And it just seems like it's one day a week. No matter whether I'm on the pill or off the pill, I just feel horrible. And of course, it just had to happen when we were in Calgary, seeing all Alan's family. And I had to cancel one day because it just felt rotten. And we had thunder and lightning and cold nights and then 29 degrees days. I mean, it was crazy weather, lots of road construction, improving the roads considerably that used to be really bad around Golden, Revelstoke. They have done amazing work. And the dog, not such a good traveler. She kind of shakes and carries on. But she's got to do it because she's going to go with us on whatever traveling we can do. I can't do the long hours anymore. I'm good for about 3 hours. After that, I start really hurting. But we needed to get away, and that's what I'm going to explain. Hi, I'm Denise. This is Travels in My Chair. And like I said, we just got back from a 2-week trip, slowly getting over it. The first day back was pretty harsh, but I needed to get away. So let me explain why. As I said in my last video, our daughter and her 3 kids and the black cat came to stay here. And we finally, they got into a little 1-bedroom cottage. So the kids, our daughter and the 3 grandchildren, moved back home. It was sudden. They came with nothing. And the community has rallied forth, and family and friends, and have completely outfitted our daughter with everything she needs to make a comfortable temporary home, because we're looking for something bigger, of course. It's only a little tiny 1-bedroom that she's in, but our rental market is like zero. There's nothing. But until she could move into this cottage, they were staying here. I wanted everything to be perfect, and it can't. The kids are traumatized. The cat's traumatized. My daughter's traumatized, and I want everything to be flowers and roses and happy, and wasn't going to happen. And it was affecting me. It was affecting my mental health. And I could sense that I was beginning to take it out on my daughter. She's got so much on her plate. She's having to do things she's never, ever done before, like getting utilities in her name, talking with social services, getting her bank account changed, all these things. And she was handling it so well. And I felt that I was nagging. And one night I woke up twice in the night crying. And finally I said to Alan, we got to get out of here, because I'm going to blow my relationship with my family if we don't get out of here, because I can't make things change. This is not good. So, spur of the moment, literally, we packed up the motorhome and we headed out. Well, little did I know that people that we were going to see had also made other plans too. So we ended up having to stay a week longer than we wanted to, just so we could see people. And of course, it was to find out if my health was going to be able to take this travel. Yes and no. There was bad days, but there was also really good days too. So we got to see everybody, mostly, except Alan's brother's wife. They had just been to see the Eagles in Las Vegas, and she got COVID. So we couldn't see them because I can't afford to get any germs on me right now. So we did get to see my friend, who is very ill with COPD. Sadly, she had an attack while we were there, and I got to see firsthand what it's like to be in a facility where there's not enough care. Not criticizing, I'm just saying how it was. One nurse for the whole floor, and she was at the other end, and my friend was having an attack. Her heart rate had gone up, she couldn't breathe. Something had happened to her oxygen tank. We couldn't get any help. And if Alan and I hadn't been there, I'm not sure if she would have made it, because we just kept pushing and pushing until somebody came to help. And the poor person, the young girl that came to help, I think may have been a student. And there was Rose in between, gasping for air, trying to tell this poor girl how to put ice water on her. Now, I'm going to tell you, this might be something. Okay, so when she's having an attack and she can't breathe, her heart rate goes up. Now, this attack can be caused from stress, and stress can be good or bad. It could be the stress of, oh, Ellen and Denise are coming to visit me. I'm so excited. That's stress, too. And I think that might be what happened. So, she can't breathe. Her oxygen, something's gone wrong with the oxygen tank. It's been adjusted and it's off. And she's gasping, get ice water, get ice water, get ice water, which Alan's running around trying to anywhere where he could get some ice. And finally this young lady finds some. And so what you do is you take thin flannels, like not towels, but like face cloths where they're thin, and you put them in the ice cold water and the ice till they're freezing cold. Then you put one on the head and you press down on the head. You put one around the base of the neck, and then on the back you lift up the shirt and you rub this cloth on the back, and that helps to lower the heart rate. I never knew that. Just a little point in case it ever happens to you, it might help. Within like 2 minutes, that cloth on top of her head was hot, and we had to replace it and keep replacing it till her heart rate came down and she could finally start breathing again. It was very, very scary for us and for her. Like I say, we visited family, visited a couple of friends, visited my daughter Heather in Edmonton. It was all brief, but because I can't do the long trips. I mean, there was a time when Alan and I would drive straight through, get off work, 4:30, head out, drive all through the night, get to Calgary, 12 hours later. Now it takes 3 days. We could probably push it to 4. So that's a long way each way, right? But no problem with campgrounds because, we're off the busy season. Hot during the day, freezing cold at night, but that was okay. We had heat. And it was so good to get away because I came back with a better idea, a better thought in my head, and being proud of my daughter. And let me just tell you, I had 3 kids going to new schools that are like way, way bigger than anything they've ever known, okay? So Ronan, who's 15, he wants to take computer science, woodworking, and TV art so that he can help edit my videos. So you may see a change down the road if he helps me, because I'm going to get him to. And in woodworking last week, he made a stool. And he was walking around the mall with the stool, and these elderly people came up, said, "Whoa, what have you got there?" And he was so proud, because he'd never had anything like this in his life. I made a stool, and oh, wow, is that ever fabulous? This has been a great move for them, guys. An absolutely incredibly positive move for them. And for that, I am so grateful, so grateful. And they're all coming over for dinner tonight, so there'll be a whole big crowd. I think we're having ham and roast beef or something. Alan had to have a day off, from cooking. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate all of you. And thank you so much for watching. I'm going to do a video because Breast Cancer Month is October, right? So I'm going to do a breast cancer video. And then we'll start talking about my trees again because, things are happening in this old world. Anyway, thank you again. Please subscribe, share, comment, whatever. Just whatever. Just be who you are because I appreciate every one of you. See you later. Bye for now. We're at a beautiful park just outside of Kamloops, Interior, BC, where it crosses over from desert into the greenery starts. This little park is in a town called Chase. We stop here a lot because it's a beautiful little area and it's finally getting green. The Dutchman Dairy. This is where they make their own cheese, their own ice cream, and they've been doing it since the 50s. And I'm getting a licorice ice cream cone today. I'm so excited. Here's BC, houseboat capital of Canada, apparently, so they say. seeing me at my worst, and you're seeing our motorhome at its worst. 2 weeks on the road. 1 week I was on a chemo pill and I was not good. But hey, this is as bad as it gets for, you know, we've been just driving for, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours. We're just about at the ferry, just stopping to get a bite to eat to take home with us. We are exhausted, but White Lightning so far has performed very well. He hasn't blown a tire or blown a brake, and it'd be so nice to sleep in my own bed tonight. Nothing against White Lightning's bed. I don't know if you can see it back there, but it's very small. We get very cozy. And Roxy always tries to sleep on my head and then sleeps in between us. I'm not on the chemo pill today. I'm off it for a week. I have to go for bone infusion, blood work, and later this month a CT scan. Always scary, you know. And whatever. It's going to be whatever it is. I'll talk to you later. Bye. 7 o'clock, and we've been sitting at the ferry terminal since 2. 2 women were walking, and a car rushing to get in line hit them. So that was a drama. We're tired. We want to be home. Roxy's tired too. She won't even look at me. Look at Mommy. She's like, I just want to get home.